Welcome back everyone to another LEGO Star Wars 2024 discussion video. In this regards, some possible future minifigures we might be getting because of something else that happened at the beginning of 2024. So this is a topic that I've quite frankly seen really no one talk about. It might be kind of obvious, maybe that's why people aren't really talking about it, but of course you guys know me, I love making these discussion videos and really kind of seeing what you guys all think. You know, there's hundreds of you guys that comment, thousands of you guys that watch, so leave your opinions down below as to kind of where you think this might lead for the future of LEGO Star Wars, but that actually involves these Super Battle Droids. So I think we can all agree over the past decade or so, it's been pretty slim pickings for the droid side, and especially in recent years when LEGO has been kind of expediting Clone Trooper so much, getting multiple battle packs, multiple big vehicles, and the droid side, up until the battle pack this year, was basically non-existent. And sure, with the 2024 battle pack, at least we have an easier way to get some regular battle droids to build up, and then also Super Battle Droids. And part of the best reason about those Super Battle Droids, and the reason why we did not get them for 8 years prior, is because of the actual leg connection to the torso. Okay, if you guys have been collecting for, you know, a decade, 2 decades, you guys probably in your collection have a snapped Super Battle Droid at some point, and the 2024 version presumably is going to fix that. Of course, you know, we won't know for sure until multiple years down the road, until we really start to see, okay, you know, this minifigure's 5 years old. Is it going to snap? You know, does the plastic kind of get worse over time, or is the new mold really going to work and basically be good forever? Okay, but with that being said, okay, so those legs right there, the new leg piece that we got, that could be game changing for a lot of stuff in the future, okay? Because, you know, the previous Super Battle Droid legs, those came out in 2002 on the original, you know, Pearl, Sand Blue Super Battle Droids, of course, and those lasted all the way until 2016. They came on Magna Guards, they came on K2SO, they came on Commando Droids, they also came on the Tactical Droid, okay, which is a very sought after minifigure. And basically what I'm getting at here is you guys probably know which way I kind of slide in this regard. I think, you know, having some expensive and having some rare things in a hobby or in a collectible space is a good thing. I think stuff like, you know, Chrome Vader, I think that is totally understandable and totally fair for it to be, you know, the multiple $100 price tag it is. I don't really think it inherently hurts anyone. I think if anything, stuff like that gives people a drive to keep collecting, you know, keep working harder, you know, save up money and really have something to work towards. And, you know, really maybe they can get their Chrome Darth Vader after 2 or 3 years of, you know, working towards it. They're not just handed it. But on the other side of that, there are plenty of things in the LEGO Star Wars space and LEGO space in general, you know, such as a Magna Guard, where I, you know, wholeheartedly agree, you know, those should not be $20, you know, to $30 each if you want to build up a couple Magna, you know, guards for your droid army or for a mock. You know, you should not have to be paying, you know, $30 per. I think those are, you know, there are some things in the LEGO Star Wars space where I do think LEGO should regularly have them available to consumers. Of course, the aftermarket, LEGO really can't control that. It's all about supply and demand at the end of the day, and especially since 2020, you know, there's been a big boom of that, okay? There's way more LEGO Star Wars collectors. There's way more people in this space just for money these days. Way more people that are investing, you know, buying up figures and, you know, making it a little bit harder and a little bit more expensive, you know, for kind of the average, you know, consumer. But so LEGO can't fully, you know, control that, of course. You know, it's just, although they're the biggest, you know, they're the company of it, you know, they have billions of dollars, they also can't just have everything on shelves at all point. Okay, so I fully understand that, but there are some things that have had, you know, 10-year gaps, 15-year gaps, you know, such as the Super Battle Droid even, that now made a return, and that is nothing but a good thing, a very excellent thing. And basically where I think this could lead in the future is we have to kind of look at it in the regards of, you know, that new mold for the legs of the Super Battle Droid. It's not just for the Super Battle Droids, man. You know, that could lead to other droids being remade. All right, that could be, you know, the Magna Guard being remade, especially in something like in 2025, all right, 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, which this is something I want to bring up here. All right, and I might talk about this in a different video. Some of you guys brought this up, and it was a really, really good point. And quite frankly, I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it. But I'll keep it short here, is LEGO did nothing, you know, to actually celebrate the direct 20th anniversary of Episode 1 or Episode 2. Sure, there was a couple things that came out both those years that correlated to the movies, but they didn't have a logo, okay? They did not have, you know, a specific 3 or 4, you know, sets with the logo that are catered right toward, you know, towards those movies. So it's making me kind of think, man, are they not going to do that for episode 3? And how they're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace, are they going to wait till 2027 for episode 2 and 2030 for episode 3? All right, but that's for a different video. But Magna Guards, could be something we see in 2025 with this new updated leg, mold. Commando droids, luckily, the previous ones aren't too expensive. It really is just one of those things where, look, if you weren't collecting back then, if you are a new collector, unless you're buying eBay lots or buying off Bricklink, you probably don't have a Commando droid in your collection. And, even to go one step further too, and I'm curious, I know a lot of you guys are new collectors in the space, that, just started, say 2020, 2021. The more I'm thinking about this, man, for your droid army, vehicles aside, since we've basically had nothing, besides regular battle droids and now super battle droids, I mean, wow, if you're a new Lego Star Wars collector, man, you got basically nothing, all right? You have some Kashyyyk battle droids that they somehow, I don't know, that was kind of a weird era of Lego Star Wars. Does anyone agree with me with that? How for like 2 or 3 years there, everything had those Kashyyyk battle droids. They were cool, but it's like, wow, like there's a lot of other stuff they could be doing, I feel, or, putting in those sets. But, if you just started collecting in 2020, do you have any pilot droids to pilot your droid vehicles? All right. Do you have any commander droids to command your droids? Do you have any security droids to secure your separatist leaders? Probably not, unless you're buying stuff online, of course. But if you're just, buying stuff on the shelves, if you don't trust online, Lego is missing a lot of stuff for droids, all right? Then we're moving into the tactical droid here. All right, of course, that's massive. I mean, that's $100, figure. And sure, this one is a little bit more understandable because really people only need one in their collection. Do I think it should be $100 per se? I mean, probably not. I think, if this figure was, say, $20, that would be a little bit more understandable than something like a army buildable Magna Guard. You get what I'm saying? But of course, the tactical droid could be seeing a return. And even just for Super Battle Droid, sakes, I mean, we could be getting more Super Battle Droids in the future in the regards of possibly different arms. Okay, we could get a rocket arm Super Battle Droid again. Basically, having these legs in production now again with a, fixed mold could be big for the future of the droid army, okay? Even K2SO, not necessarily a separatist droid, of course, but, maybe if they do something in 2026 for the 10-year of Rogue One, like just like one set. I do also know the K2 droids were in Andor, right? So having this new mold, I mean, we could be seeing another Imperial K2 droid at some point, which is also appreciated. And other than that, I don't really think there's too much more they could be doing with Super Battle Droid legs per se. I think they've pretty much covered the basis. If I'm missing a droid, comment down below what you guys think. I mean, maybe if they were to make, I've always thought, I mean, something like, I mean, these legs could also be good on like an IG-88. Am I wrong on that? Are the legs a little bit too tall? Or if they were to do, maybe this new mold for an IG-88 or an assassin droid, I think that might look nice. But basically what I'm getting at in this video is I feel like this is something that's not being talked about enough, where, again, the clone side of it, man, we've been covered for the past couple of years. I think a lot of us are cloned out for whatever reason. We just are. All right, I think a lot of us can admit that. But now, okay, maybe over these next couple years, we've got the new Super Battle Droid mold. We've got a nice, battle pack on shelves for droids. At least for the droids with the Super Battle Droid leg mold, it's looking good. I could see us getting some remakes here soon and really helping out the 2020 and, above fan base. And honestly, with that being said, hopefully just in general, we start getting some more droid army stuff because, the droid army is cool, man. And I think a lot of us can agree. I think, as much as we like clones more, I think a lot of us can understand. I mean, really, we should all be having a bigger droid army than clone army to like make it accurate, because I don't know the exact, figures in Star Wars, but I know, of course, the droid army is bigger than the clone army. But that is pretty much all for today's video. I figured I'd bring this up. Maybe some of you guys didn't even realize this. Comment down below. When do you think we might be, getting some of these Magna Guards, tactical droids, commando droids, if ever? Let me know also if you guys are a newer collector. Is your droid army lacking? Like, what are your thoughts on the lack of droid sets? Are you mad about it? Do you want them to make more? Are you okay with that? So that's all for today's video, guys. A quick little video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys, and stay safe.